that is taking place currently in our motherland, Ethiopia. In May 2014, it is expected that there is a national election under which no opposition parties are allowed to move freely. Then, the Electoral Board Commission is totally fulfilled in by one-party candidates and loyals to the ruling system. And all opposition parties do not have any chance and opportunity to explain their ideas and views, to let the society hear and listen to the very alternatives of their political programs. In order to remain the only competent and winners of the elections, have already taken the leaders of opposition party members in jails, detaining them, torturing them, and creating a sort of mental and physical horror upon them. That is why Ethiopia is a country of policy state today, yesterday, and it may continue unless you stop your financial assistance and help in order to strengthen this brutal system that is playing with the blood shares of its own citizens in Ethiopia. That is why, again, we are informing you that there is no justice in Ethiopia, there is no freedom in Ethiopia, there is no exploration in Ethiopia, and the only chance that can be enjoyed in Ethiopia in the form of freedom is only to be the ruling party member. Those of Ethiopians who do have a lot of qualifications from different professional aspects are not allowed to be hired and really employed to serve their country in different aspects of economic and political development. This is from the very political philosophy of the TPLF government that is exercising a fascistic administration in Ethiopia, getting financial support and assistance from the European Union and all the Westerners to kill, suppress, and commit illegal massacres. That is why, again and seriously, we are demanding you to stop, not to riot the fascistic regime and the neo-Nazism nowadays in 21st century. This is a crime against the 19 million people to assist the Ethiopian fascistic regime led by the TPLF forces. TPLF is the core party that is already doing anything that it feels it's just, violating any justice in Ethiopia and seeking any kind of assistance from the European Union to really appear as if it were a democratic regime. But it is a dictator, it is a racist regime, it is a neo-colonialist government, it is a fascist regime, and our people are suffering these kinds of very painful situations nowadays. And coming up with your assistances every year in hundreds and hundreds of millions of European Union, this government is buying arms and ammunition from European countries and others who produce this to kill their own citizens and to be suppressive more and more at the day. Having said this, the serious request and demand is not really to give us our freedom. We are not here to beg freedom from you or from your parliament. We know as to how to fight and challenge the challenge of the struggle and to pay any kind of sacrifice that is required in order to remain free as our forefathers and foremothers did. Now, you are assisting the massacre murderers in Ethiopia in order to let them kill their own innocent Ethiopians. This is why we are here to condemn you and to request seriously and to let you hear our voice that you shouldn't really cooperate with killers and murderers in Ethiopia. There is no freedom. There is no freedom of expression. There is no free and fair election. There is no rule of law in Ethiopia. There is no human rights in Ethiopia. Even NGOs are not really getting any kind of loopholes to be organized and strengthened the way the Constitution by itself allows. The government that has drafted its Constitution for seemingly reasons is violating by itself, and the Ethiopian people are living now in a very policy state, and the country has been turned to a prison to its own citizens. Can you imagine if an European citizen is living in such a way, being denied all his rights and all his freedom in such conditions held up? Can you really get any kind of peace of life and peace of state of mind now in the soil of Ethiopia? That is why we Ethiopians are really crying, mourning, bringing the case to you, to let you listen, and free all freedom fighters, democrats, and also advocates of human rights, and others, especially journalists, bloggers, and also opposition party leaders. In order to be the only competent in the coming election, it has already put all the leaders of the opposition party members in jails, and they are tortured, and they are really suffering a lot, and physically and mentally, they are in a very painful situation. That is why we are telling you that we stand on the side of the killers is really shame to the civilized world, and even shame to the European Union, who assume that you know the basic tenets of democracy and the essence of human rights. That is why the Ethiopian people here in the European countries are really propagated and their anger against the European Union, not understanding the fascistic and neo-Nazist regime in Ethiopia. European Union, shame, shame, shame on you! Shame, shame, shame on you! European Union! European Union! Shame, shame, shame on you! 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 Just to get nobody. Can we tolerate when our citizens are being killed? No, no, no! Can we tolerate when our people are detained arbitrarily? No, no, no! Can we tolerate when our innocent journalists are in exile? No, no, no! Can we tolerate physical and mental torture? No, no, no! Can we see when the brutal regime is killing our people? No, no, no! Can we really survive without the presence of democracy? No, no, no! Can we exist without the freedom of expression? No, no, no! Can we really live in peaceful way without the rule of law? No, no, no! European Union, shame, shame, shame on you! Shame, shame, shame on you! Because you assisted dictators in European Union! Because they are standing with fascists! Shame, shame, shame! Because they are supporting fascists in European Union! Shame, shame, shame on you! You are financing dictators in Ethiopia, European Union! Shame, shame, shame on you! You are occupying the dictatorial system in Ethiopia, European Union! Shame, shame, shame on you! You are assisting subversivism in Ethiopia, European Union! Shame, shame, shame on you! አሁን ወደ አማርኛችን ትንሽ እንቀይ።